What's up, listeners? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the In the Endzone podcast. Just a quick heads up before we jump right into it. You can find this recording as well as some of our previous recordings on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can find us by searching at Settle Down Media on both of those sites. Also, be sure to follow us on our social media pages. We regularly post on Instagram. You can find us by searching at In the Endzone podcast on Instagram. Be sure to follow us on our Patreon. For less than a cup of coffee in a month, $3, you get exclusive content. You get access to behind the scenes stuff, footage before it's even out on YouTube. So yeah, check that out. Help support us. It helps us get better gear, better quality content. So it goes directly to improving the quality. So thanks for watching this and enjoy the rest of the episode. Peace.
We are so
We're
back,
here, fellas. We're
Guys,
so
we're
back.
so back. We're so back.
We're so back.
You know what?
Unfortunately for me,
Week 3 is done. Week 3 is done. Yeah. You know what? It was an interesting week, to say the least. Keaton, let's start off.
Happy.
Bubby's not too happy. You're not too happy. The only one that's happy here is Keaton.
Yep.
Keaton, how was your week
Smile
going, and
continues.
how was your weekend?
Weekend was good, man. Can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
Football, man. Sunday football. Great time. Great time to get together with the family, watch your team brutally beat down a team that shouldn't even be on the football field because they're injured. And then watching your least favorite team choke in funny fashion. So great week. Great week. Zach, how are you doing, brother?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Last week was pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. It low key fucking sucked. At work, completely busy. I was averaging like fucking 18,000 steps a day. On Friday, I took 23,000. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's gonna be a chill weekend. We had a great weekend planned out. We were gonna go to downtown Newport, watch the games, which we did. It was great until Sooners got blown out by Tennessee, which I kind of
just get blown out.
But yeah, so it was good up until that point. Had a fun night with them. Came home, got some rest, woke up for the morning games, and then worked out a little bit. Got ready for the Niners game. We're up 14-0, and then the worst possible thing happens. We just get complacent, and it fucking sucked. And to top it all off, I'm in 4 fantasy leagues. 3 out of my 4 fantasy leagues or fantasy games did not fucking go over 80 points. My team did not go over 80 points in 3 out of my 4 leagues. So it's been a rough one football-wise recently. I think I went 2 for 6 over the weekend if you include my college football teams. Well, I guess I would be 3 for 7 if you include Boise State, but 2 for 6 with my main teams and fantasy included. And I got really lucky in one league where I beat Cody 79-72.
Wow.
3 out of my 4 leagues, I did not get over 80 points.
Real dogfight.
It was tough.
Defense
Other than
wins.
that, so far, this week's been better, and I'm hoping it'll be a really good weekend because we have a fun weekend planned. And if the Niners lose the Patriots on my birthday, because they will be playing on my birthday, I will be very, very upset.
I can't wait to watch football with you guys
Hey,
again.
and I'm saying this. I have a flight at, I believe, 2:30. If the Niners lose or are losing at halftime during that flight, I'm throwing a cup at someone. I'm throwing something at someone.
Are you flying
I will
out?
go crazy.
Are you flying out of Boise on your? Why did you book it so early on a
2:30? There's nothing else. The rest of them I would have got in here at like 11 p.m. I'm like, nope, not doing it. Doing it.
We can't even watch football together.
We can watch the.
We can't watch the Seahawks games together. Just like we used to. All right. Well, Ant, how you doing?
They're playing, maybe.
I'm doing good. Last weekend was rough as well. Starting off, the week strong. Thursday night football last week. That was not fun. All of our predictions were wrong with that game, by the way.
You played Monday.
Sucked.
I know. I just realized that. Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry.
It sucked. Blowout game. Jets destroyed the Patriots. That just sucked. It was classic Patriots ball game now. Like I was like, yes, this is the team I was expecting this year. This is what I've been looking forward to. But I have no expectations when they play the Niners. So Niners should blow them out. If not, then not good. Not good at all.
You never know. We're going to talk about it later.
We'll talk about that later. But so far this week's been going pretty well, though. Going out to fires. It's been good. Been tired. Been very tired, but it's been good. It's been a very productive week so far. But
nice.
Enough about that. Let's dive into a week 3 recap of the NFL, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Green 18. Red 48. Settle down. Wide 80. Set hut.
We suck. We suck. Get rid of Belichick. Get rid of Mac Jones. Get rid of our entire fucking receiving core.
You guys are 2-8.
That's what I thought.
2-7, 2-8. It doesn't matter. We still suck.
So Seahawks played the Ravens. Final score was 28-25. Geno Smith, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions.
He's a
Anyway,
bug, dude.
not really much to write home about that game. Just
Right.
This is
I don't
egregious.
think Jared Goff is a top 5 quarterback in the NFC.
Wait,
I think
are you putting Justin Herbert over Jared Goff? First off?
Yes.
It was like an interview for like a new podcast company.
Yeah.
Called Brazzers. I mean, you could see I'm literally
Wiki.
in the headquarters right now, dude.
Got it.
We headed back to the headquarters.
I don't know, man. Geno Smith wins on Monday night.
Look,
I
I'm
might
not
have
gonna lie.
to-
It's crazy how much shit has switched up.
You might have to come to
Oh,
my
yeah.
headquarters, you know?
That has changed a lot in a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well,
It's like we
fellas,
predicted this.
Yeah, it's like gravity. All it takes is one little push. Anyways,
All
Well,
right.
fellas, let's dive in a little bit here to week 3 recap, shall we?
Shall.
I spoke about it a little bit just a minute ago. Thursday night football, Patriots and Jets. Patriots lost 3-24. Bad. See, this is I don't know where to start with this, okay, boys. Actually, you know what? I do. We suck. You know what? Just like the introduction. We
Two and
suck.
seven,
Sounded so similar.
2-7, 2-7, 2-8.
Dude, it sounded so
We
similar.
still suck.
Oh my
Doesn't matter.
god.
We still suck.
We still suck.
You said the exact same way. That was crazy.
I didn't even mean to say it that exact same way.
suck.
Originally. We suck. No,
Fuck
I mean,
Tua.
okay. Talk to her.
Octua Tagovailoa.
Okay. But no. Offense, I don't know what we were doing offensively. We were horrible.
Yeah.
We ended up putting in Drake May, boys. Drake May. He also sucked.
I'm not
I don't
gonna
know
lie, Drake May did not look good at all. My God, he did not look good.
Concerning. And it's
Wait.
God.
You know what that just reminded me of? Actually, you know what? We're
What?
gonna talk about it. I just need to remember it.
Okay.
I'll write it down.
Write it down. I don't know. We couldn't get the ball going at all on offense. It was horrible. Bad play calling all around. Defense, I don't know what was going on with defense. I don't know. We made Alan Lazard look like he was in his rookie year. He looked like Jamar Chase's rookie year. We made Alan Lazard look like Jamar Chase's rookie year.
Lazard looks fucking good, man.
Alien
He
Lizard.
looks great.
He looks fucking good.
God. On the bright side, Christian Gonzalez was locking Garrett Wilson down. I will say that. So shout out. Shout out to that. You were actually doing good. Yeah, we have a cornerback one, you know? Yeah.
I will say that matchup with Brandon Ayuk could be a good one if Brandon Ayuk actually wakes up and decides to
he's
play football.
He's locking him down. It was confirmed today. He's gonna
He's gonna call him?
Yeah. That was confirmed today.
Look. All I'm saying is if Brandon's been playing the way he has been, and if Christian's playing the way he has been, could be good for you guys. Could be good for you guys. If Brandon wakes up and decides that he wants to play football, it could be a long day for Christian. If Christian decides that he wants to actually play football and Brandon wakes up the way he's been playing, then it could be good for you guys. Christian Gonzalez, though, he's a dog. I'm giving him all his flowers. Homie's a dog.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know. Other than that, though, like it seemed like he was the only one that really was trying on that team. Against the Jets.
Yeah.
Jets defense looked great, though. I'm not even going to lie. Jets defense, they looked solid. Aaron Rodgers was playing great. No other words for that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It just kind of seemed like you guys got punched in the face and it didn't stop.
Yeah, like it wouldn't stop. And
Came out slow, couldn't get the run game going. And look, I know that this is going to be some talk around the league with a lot of people, and I don't want to confirm or deny that I believe this is the case. But Aaron Rodgers, he looked mobile. He looked like he wasn't worried about his Achilles. He looked like his normal self in the tight windows. Question that everyone's saying is he elite? Is he back to his elite status? I'm not going to say anything on it yet, but I will say the way he played, if he plays like that for the rest of the year, the Jets will be hard to beat, and he will look like old Aaron Rodgers until the playoffs at least, and then he'll choke like he typically does. But
Right. He looked comfortable in the pocket for sure.
He
And
looked very comfortable, and he was moving around. He was mobile.
Yeah.
He looked good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we can move on.
moving on though, to the Sunday morning games. We have the Chargers at Steelers. You fellas have anything about that game? Chargers
Yeah, we'll make
lost to
this
the Steelers. Chargers lost to the Steelers 10-20.
We'll make this quick. I know that power rankings right now are a little bit difficult with how a lot of these teams are playing, but I've seen Pittsburgh as high as 6. And I just want to say this. Pittsburgh this year is the exact same team that they were when they went 14-3 a couple years ago and lost in the first round. I'm telling you, they are not as talented as they seem, and no disrespect to you Pittsburgh fans. Don't get your hopes up, please. Also, Justin Fields, I love the guy. Not a starting quarterback in the NFL where he's going to be a franchise guy. I'm sorry. He can't be, in my opinion. He can't be. He's playing fucking decent, but I just don't see it. Don't see it. And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Keaton, do you have any words?
No, not really. I actually do think the Chargers might be better than advertised, but again, it was like Justin Herbert got injured and they just regressed back to what we all expected of them. So I don't know. I'm still out on both those teams. The fact that
I agree.
The Steelers are 3-0 is weird to me.
Mind-boggling.
It's
I'm telling
mind-boggling.
you,
So.
was it 15-2 or 14-3 or 14-2? I think it was the year before they changed to 17 games. I can't remember. All we know is they got one of the best records, or they had one of the best records in the NFL. I don't think they had the bye. They might have got the bye and then lost the next game. But first game that they played in the playoffs, they got blown out. I said, hey, this is what we expected. And it kind of seems like this is how they are this year. Although I will say that defense is elite.
I was gonna say real quick before we moved on. Steelers defense looks pretty solid. Not gonna lie.
Very good. Very good.
Moving on, we have the Texans at Vikings. Vikings won this game 34-7. I'm just gonna break the ice right now, and I'm gonna say it, and no shame right now. Vikings are the best team in the NFC right now.
Yeah,
they are.
Look, hey,
Sam Darnold looks great.
I'm asking a question.
Sam Darnold looks great. Connection with Justin Jefferson, amazing. What's the question?
Are the Vikings an actual Super Bowl contender, or are they pretenders? Because I look at this team and I look at it, I'm like, number one, they're not even fully healthy. They're not even fully healthy yet. Jordan Addison's not playing. TJ Hawkinson's not playing. I know they have a couple of injuries on defense, I believe, as well. And they're blowing multiple teams out of the water that are fucking great. The Texans, in our eyes, are one of the best teams in the NFL. To multiple people's eyes, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. And they made them look silly. 34-7. Look, man, the Vikings are probably the most surprising team in the NFL. I don't want to say it, but is Sam Darnold back, or is he having a little fluke start to the season? Because that's what I'm thinking. I think that they're going to slow down. I think that Sam Darnold will slow down once we actually get some film on him in this offense. But he's been talking a lot of shit, I will say. And, hey, rightfully so. You can. But you've got 3 good fucking games your whole career, man. Just slow it down a little bit, play your fucking game, and just keep going. The Vikings, though, if I'm a Vikings fan, I'm ecstatic. Especially with that, how that division's going, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, no, I agree. They look good. I think they're contenders right now. I'm going to play it safe with that.
Yep.
Next game, we have Eagles and Saints. Eagles won this game 15-12. Make it quick. It was,
boring.
Close game overall, I think.
Boring.
I don't know. Boring game. Boring game for sure.
Yep.
Thank you, Saquon, though, for the fantasy points.
Also, sorry, before we move on, Jalen Hurts, he's done. Sorry. He looks ass. He looks horrible.
Yeah, I'm not sold on him right now. I'm not
sold on him either. I honestly think that he might not be a starting quarterback in the next couple of years. I just think that he is struggling a lot.
I think he's too talented not to be, but I don't know.
I agree, but dude,
Trevor Lawrence
last year he struggled a lot too.
Trevor Lawrence is still starting quarterback, so let's give him some time.
True.
We'll get into that. Right. Next game, Broncos at Bucks. Surprisingly, Broncos won this game, boys, 26-7.
Okay. Welcome to the league, Bo Nix.
Yeah,
man, did he play well?
Yeah,
he played great.
I mean, I'll give him his flowers for that
Shocking.
game. I mean, it was against Bucks.
Shocking.
Keaton and I we're high on the Bucks. I forget if Zach said he was or not, but Keaton and I we were high on the Bucks this season, and they lost to the Broncos. Not saying the Bucks are bad or anything right now. I mean, I think they're still a very good team, but they lost to the Broncos. Like, shitty, 26-7.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I'll give Bo Nix his flowers. He played great, phenomenal. Good job, bud. Welcome to the league. Next game we have is the Packers at Titans. I don't care. It was 30-14.
Let's just say this: Will Levis, you shouldn't be a starter in the NFL. You're probably going to be shit canned at the end of the season. Good luck on Indeed finding a construction job.
Yeah, brother. Go try to get fucking Gia Duddy back and try to become TikTok famous as a couple.
She's not going to take him back now.
That's all you have. I mean, realistically, that's all you have, man. No disrespect to you, but man, oh man, you look fucking horrible. He is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. I don't even think it's a question. Maybe there's a couple of questions, but he's played like it.
Yeah. Well, next game we have is the Giants at Browns. Giants, another surprising win. Giants won 21-15. Actually, not so surprising. Game was a snooze fest.
Malik Neighbors is him.
Malik Neighbors is him. Daniel Jones still sucks. Deshaun Watson's ass.
I have to say real quick, Daniel Jones has had two really good weeks of football.
I still think he's ass.
He had a passer rating of 110. Now I'm just gonna say he's ass, but he does this every year. Where like 2-3 good games, and then people flip on him. So
where he actually looks like a starting quarterback in the NFL, and then he has like 10 that are just horrible.
You know who is horrible? You know who is horrible? And let's go ahead and bring up our next team.
The Bears at Colts, and Colts won 16-21.
Battle of the shit quarterbacks.
Battle of the shit quarterbacks. Caleb Williams, you are a bust and you are a fucking bum. You are horrible. I don't care that your offensive line is one of the worst offensive lines I've seen. I've seen quarterbacks get past that before and actually make plays. You don't make plays, bud. You don't. You're not a starting quarterback. I'm sorry.
Whoa.
He just overthrows a lot of receivers. He overthrows, underthrows, tries to make plays. He's not fast enough to scramble. I'm sorry, man. Too much nail polish.
Too much nail polish.
It's been 3 games, fellas.
Hey, you know what?
Hey. I'm going to say this. And I'm just going to get on air and lay it all out.
I was wrong with my take.
Do you
want to apologize?
I'm not apologizing yet because I know he's not a bust. But he's not a bust.
Okay. Well, he does have.
There is a possibility that he is a bust, but it's been 3 games. But I am saying this. I'm kind of jumping on the bandwagon of this year's screwed.
He does have.
The Bears are fucked. He's fucked.
Caleb, all I will say, he's got 2 touchdowns, 6 turnovers.
Yep.
Not good. No. Moving on to the Sunday afternoon games. Okay. Andy Dalton, the Panthers, absolutely destroyed the Raiders. Maybe not destroyed, but Raiders finally
they did
in the last 5 minutes of the game. So
I was about to say.
No, I'm getting there. Final score was 26-22. Andy Dalton, where were you? Where were you all this time, bud? Bryce Young. We're going to go into this later. We're not going to. I don't want to get too much into the Bryce Young and Andy Dalton thing. We'll talk about that later. But man, I'm not gonna lie, boys. Panthers look good. They look good against the Raiders. Is it just because it was the Raiders?
They look decent.
They look decent. Yeah, but we're gonna. I don't know. But like I said, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. Yes. Let's see. Next game we have here is oh boy. Dolphins at Seahawks. The Dolphins got creamed by the Seahawks.
Cream pied.
24-3, by the way. Keaton, take the floor, bud.
I'm gonna say this. Look. Geno Smith, man. I'm huge on Geno Smith. You guys know this. He had 1 interception today. That was clearly his fault. He tried to make stuff happen when it wasn't there. However, 2 of his interceptions this year have either been when he's hit or it was tipped at the line. He is playing with by PFF. Hold on. By PFF, he is playing with the 30th ranked offensive line, and we're still 3-0. So I'm very happy. At times, this offense stagnates, and so I'm wondering how it's going to be against the Lions, who we clearly have their number the last 2 times we played them. But great win, man. Great win. Put the beat down on them. Offense could have played better.
Next game, Ravens and Cowboys. Ravens at Cowboys. Ravens beat them 28-25. Ravens got their win. Good for them. Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Hear that? Cowboys suck.
We them boys.
They're not good.
They're playing so fucking bad. They're not gonna make the playoffs.
I don't think they will either. There was also discussion. There's an argument between CD and Dak, and CD didn't play then. for like the last like quarter or something. I don't know. I heard something about that.
I saw that.
But there's obviously tension going on right now with that team right now, and it's not good tension either.
No.
They suck. No need to get into that anymore. Yeah, they just suck. Lions at Cardinals.
Suck.
Yeah, Lions at Cardinals. The Lions ended up beating the Cardinals 20-13. I don't really have too much on this. If you guys want to say something, go for it, or I'll just move on.
No, to be honest, I didn't really watch it, but it seemed like Kyler kind of struggled.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, Lions defense
played
is
all
good.
right. Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, and then for the last Sunday afternoon game,
he didn't play the greatest, man. Kyler. Sorry, we can move on.
Yes. So the last Sunday afternoon game was the 49ers at Rams. The 49ers lost 24-27. It was a tough loss for the Niners. Before any of you guys speak, because I know both you guys are going to want to speak on this, Keaton, you are going last. Zach's going first. I do want to give a shout out to Juwan Jennings. 11 receptions for 175 yards and 3 touchdowns. Sounds like you should be getting the money over Brandon Ayuk, bud. Good shit. Good shit. Honestly, hell of a performance by you. Zach, take the floor.
14-0, like I said before. There's 8 minutes left in the second quarter. I'm thinking this can be a blowout. I'm honestly happy as hell. And then they go for it on 4th and 6. They run it. They get an extra 2 yards, so they easily get the first down. And then they go for a 16-play drive at their 40. 16 plays to get 60 fucking yards. And we just sat there, letting them dominate us. It was fucking brutal. And then I was like, okay, 14-7, let's go down, score. Nope, didn't score. Instead, we gave them the ball back. They ended up running the ball down, took a knee. They get the ball at half. I'm like, okay, let's come out hot. For some reason, our cornerbacks and Javarius Ward, I don't know where the fuck you've been all offseason because you're still there right now. I mean, he is playing like dog shit, dude. He was an all-pro last year who was getting burnt by a guy named fucking Tutu. Tutu! Their wide receiver 3. He got burnt, and then our fucking linebacker Campbell got burnt, and then the fucking cornerback that we got from, and I'm not even going to try to say his last name, Yashidum or something like that. I don't even know what it is. It starts with a Y. He gets burnt, and then there's flags all over the place. We end up fucking choking the game, and I'm not even going to put the blame on Kyle. Honestly, everyone was trying to blame Kyle, and I said from the beginning, I thought that was the best coached game that we had on offense this whole year. On defense, it's an issue, and the injuries piled up again. We'll talk about this all again later. But other than that, Brock played perfect. He went 22 for fucking 30. And guess how many drops we had? 6! 6! 6 drops!
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Ronnie fucking Bell. Ronnie Bell, get your ass back to Michigan now. Now. And Juwan Jennings, every single time he balls out, just like the fucking Super Bowl, we lose. It's just a curse. It's a fucking curse. And like I said, man, I don't have a fucking button to press, but if there was one, it'd be not going to be fucking smashing it, but I'd be pressing a little bit because this is, in my opinion, a must-win game against the Patriots. Sorry. I mean, you look at our schedule, it's fucking brutal. It's fucking brutal for the rest of the year. We have to be positive going into our bye week. That's all I'm going to say. Sorry.
Okay. No worries.
It was brutal, man.
I was going to say real quick before Keaton goes, if he wants to speak his piece on this. Did you know that the Raiders, the Patriots, and the Niners all have the same record?
Yep. You want to know what's sad? We have the same record as the Broncos.
You want to know what isn't sad? The Seahawks are 2 games up in the NFC West. They could literally not even show up next week on Monday, and we'd still be in first place.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna fucking off myself here. Well, hold on a second. That came out really bad.
Okay.
I am going to
Niners fans be like,
that's not what I meant to say. I'm going to shoot myself in the foot by saying this and make myself look like a fucking idiot. Going into this season, I thought we were gonna have 2 losses. And now I don't want to shoot myself in the fucking foot even more. But
dude, I mean, technically you're right.
Realistically, I thought we were going to have 3 losses, 4 losses at most. I realistically thought we were going to have 3 losses. That was my record. That's what I predicted.
You're still on pace.
You're on pace. You're on track.
If the
Now we
season
have to
ended,
win.
if the season ended this week, you'd be right.
But this is the thing that I'm like actually worried about, and then we can move on. Sorry, because we have other shit we need to talk about.
Yep.
Listen to this. Listen to this fucking schedule, Keaton, because I know that you're gonna love this and your smile's gonna be huge. We have the Patriots, Cardinals, then we have you guys, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bucks, Seahawks, again, Packers, Bills, Bears, Rams, Dolphins, Lions, Cardinals. It's brutal. That stretch is brutal. Seahawks, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bucks, Seahawks, Packers, Bills. That is brutal.
I want to say one
Like
thing.
that could be a 500 record right there.
I
We're
gotta
gonna
say
lose
one thing.
probably half those.
I gotta say one thing. PFF, who sometimes, whatever, they drop their rankings right now. Granted, Seattle's played 3 brutally bad teams, whatever. Number 1 ranked defense in football by PFF standards. Tariq Woolen, I think he's the 3rd highest rated quarterback in football right now. So I'm just saying, man, I might have just been all of Pete Carrollisms because Seattle's performing way better than I thought. So I like that game against the Niners, man. I wish it was prime time.
I think they might change it, if I'm going to be honest with you.
They should.
They do this every once in a while, and it makes sense why they would.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, moving on
Niners.
from that, though, going on to Sunday Night Football, Chiefs at Falcons. Who do you think won? Chiefs. I'm over it too.
Over it, man.
I don't have anything to say about that.
No, let's just move on because it's going to piss me off, man. I'm not trying to be that one fan, but realistically, they get so many calls. I'm sorry. It's so fucking evident. It's so evident. I mean, it's even evident, like, you can go and watch a Joe Burrow game, who is widely known as a top 3 quarterback. In that game, one of the main calls they did not get was a 2-point conversion. It was the exact same play that a Chiefs fucking player this year has had happen to them, and they get the flag every time. I'm not trying to be that guy, but man, it's hard to watch sometimes.
Right. Moving on to Monday Night Football, though. We have Jags at Bills. Jags got blown out 10-47. Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen threw 4 touchdowns in the first half. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL.
He's the best.
Whoever says otherwise, they're glazing Mahomes way too much. I'm going to say it now. Josh Allen is going insano right now. I will also say that, which was hilarious when Zach and I saw this.
Yes,
the Jags put
that's
in
what I
Mac
was going to say
Jones.
earlier.
Zach, man, I was all like, "Hey, Zach, watch him put in Mac Jones," and he was
I was like,
"That'd be
hey, whoa, look who's in." He's like, "Oh my God, watch him throw a touchdown." First play, gets strip sacked.
Fumbles the ball.
10 yards behind him, bro. I look at it and it just goes, God.
I was all like, "God, we ruined him."
Give him a chance. And it's like, we ruined him. New England ruined him. And then that happened. I was like, there's no fucking shot. There's no shot.
You know what? After he came out, after that, he didn't play bad. I will say.
No, I know. Dude, the Jags are fucking awful.
Doug Peterson should be fired within the next 3 weeks if they keep this up.
That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. If I'm a Jags fan, I'm pissed right now. No one's been fired. I'm pissed. They're 0-3.
Yeah, Trent Baalke. I don't know why Trent Baalke still has a job, but that's just me. That's just me.
Yep.
What do I know?
Next game.
I just talked on a podcast.
Game, the last game was Commanders at Bengals. Commanders beat the Bengals 38-33. I don't want to say too much yet. I'm kind of waiting for next week to see how the Bengals
Zach
do.
Taylor.
And
go
if
to
the
the
Bengals
CFL,
lose
pal.
next week, then I have some words about that. But overall, Commanders won. Jaden Daniels is looking good.
Jaden Daniels is rookie of the year right now.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, that game with the Bengals, they played good. It's just very unfortunate how that turned out for them. They looked fine, honestly.
Can they
Burrow
make
was
a
connecting
wild card?
I don't even think they're
Not the Bengals. Not the Bengals.
Oh, sorry.
Commanders.
Oh, Commanders? Maybe.
Did they do it?
Maybe.
I mean, fuck, man. They have a good defense. They have weapons. Jaden Daniels is the offensive rookie of the year. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's a legit question. At least right now.
This is a legit question.
But yeah, let's talk a little bit about fantasy. Yeah.
Let's go into fantasy a little bit.
Yeah.
We all had it.
GG's.
GG's. Yeah.
We'll give some context in a minute.
We'll get some context in that in a minute. Yeah, for sure.
This is brutal.
So we'll just, I'll just start then, I guess. I'm now 2-1. I lost my first game against Keaton. It was a brutal one. I was very pissed, honestly. But because realistically, it's a shitty way for me to go down like that. So the final score was 128.98 to 129.62. I lost by 1 point.
Shout out the He-Man woman hater.
Less than 1 point.
Less than 1 point. Biggest disappointment on the team, Zay Flowers with 5 points.
God, he's sucking it up lately.
I mean, he did fine week 1 and week 2. It's just they did not pass Lamar just would not pass the ball too much at all against the Cowboys defense. He wouldn't, and it was shown that Zay Flowers actually had the same amount of targets, tied for the most amount of targets with the next person or whatever. So I know that I just know that they just didn't pass the ball a lot. Then they were just running it. Biggest surprise player, Saquon Barkley with 33 points once again, or Jonathan Taylor with 26. Most mediocre was Kyler Murray with 14. That's my team. I'm now ranked number 3 in the league now, though, after that loss, not number 2 anymore. Zach, why don't you go ahead? No, actually, no, we're not going to go Zach yet. We're going to go Keaton. Zach has a funny one.
So let me just recap. For those who didn't watch last week's episode, I pretty much jinxed Ant Patriots win by texting him GG's too early when the Seattle Seahawks were playing the Patriots. After I texted him GG, the Seahawks blocked a field goal, tied the game up, went into overtime, won. All because Ant said I jinxed it. So then this week I'm playing Anthony. I'm demolishing him for the early slate. And he texts me GG. And I said, hey, it's not over. And he's like, no, it is over. All of a sudden his team comes alive. And now I'm projected to lose. So then we get to a point where I go back up. Ant texts me GG again. His team rallies back. And I'm like, dude, shut up. So then I'm driving home. The Chiefs game starts. I get home. Harrison Butker can't score more than 12 points. I think it was something like that.
It was 13. He can't. Oh yeah, he can't score more than 12. He needed 13.
Yeah, more than 12. He had 13 at one point. When he got that, I was watching a TV show and I texted Anthony in our group chat, mind you, GG's Ant, well-deserved win, whatever. And I even ranted
worse because in the group chat.
And I even ranted about the fact that you said GG's earlier and then ended up rallying and winning when I was projected to beat you by 60. As I say that, and I kid you not, 3 minutes later, Harrison Butker misses an extra point, a chip shot off the crossbar.
Wait. Before you continue, Anthony's on the phone with his mom. He's like, "Oh my god, no, wait, was this a different time?"
This was the field goal. When he made the field goal for me to win.
That's what it was. So he makes the field goal. Anthony goes crazy, like, "Dude, I just fucking won." I'm like, "Oh no shit!" And then I look, I'm like, "Wait, 85-15." And then I started looking at the score. I'm like, "Wait, Ant, you're only up 1, less than 1." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "If he misses an extra point, you lose." And I'm like, "There's no way it's gonna happen though, Ant." And he's like, "Wait, you're right. Don't say that. Don't say that." Literally 3 minutes later, he doinks an extra point.
And I'd already said GG.
And on top of that too, Stewie goes, oh geez, lucky you. He said, no shot. Only way you lose is a missed field goal.
Yep.
You got jinxed, dude. You got bad luck.
And the crazy thing was, that was right at the beginning of the fourth fucking quarter. All they had to do was score one more point, and they didn't. Dude, It was so funny, man.
It was a brutal way for me to go down, but honestly,
So I take that win.
Honestly, all in all, though, that was one hell of a game. You and I,
great matchup.
Good. That was a great one.
We did a lot. We did a lot to win that. Look, biggest disappointment, Jonnu Smith. I picked him up in on the waivers because I thought he would have a feast against Seattle since Hunter Henry had a feast against Seattle the week before. Mm-hmm. He only had 4 points. Cole Kmet, mind you, my backup tight end, had 25 points sitting on my bench, so that was great. Biggest surprise player, Devin Singletary, struggled a lot early first 2 weeks. He rallied 19 points.
Good. The one game where he does well.
Almost failed me because he took off for a 40-yard run when the Giants were up, and instead of scoring the touchdown to run up the score, he kneeled at the 1 yard line.
I saw that.
And if I had lost, I would have DM'd him. I'm not going to lie to you.
Hey, he could be a flex player.
He could.
He could be.
Yeah, I mean,
Could
if
be.
DK keeps
He has
playing like
potential.
DK is playing, he's not a flex player. Most mediocre.
Yes.
Brandon Ayuk, man. That guy is allergic to playing football after he got his contract. He looks like Kadarius Toney right now. He didn't even amass 10 points. I'm sorry. I know it's the Niners thing to like, hey, they're gonna get the ball if it's schemed up. Brandon Ayuk sucks, man. He really does suck butthole, and it's evident with Trent Williams. It's evident with Brandon Ayuk. Anyway, I get the win though. So Seattle wins. I win. Actually, I won 2 of my 3 leagues. So pretty nice.
Oh.
Zach.
I won 3 out of 5.
Zach. Big winner this week. Big winner this week.
So Zach, who was
Biggest loser this week?
No. Let's just start off with what was your biggest surprise player this week? What do you have written down?
Fellas, like I said, last weekend for football was one of the worst weekends of my life. One of the worst weekends of my life. There was no positives. Like I said, in 3 out of the fucking 4 leagues, I didn't score more than 80 points. 80. And it didn't change with this league. I lost 107. Excuse me, I'm reading the wrong thing. I lost to Isaac 102.06 to 77.18. And the fucking sad thing about that, going into that game, I had a 51% chance of winning. He had Joe Burrow and fucking poopy ass Jamar Chase who went for fucking 30 and I lost. But I scored 77. And you want to know my answer to all this? Biggest disappointment. Everyone on my fucking team. Biggest surprise player. No one got more than 13 points. Most mediocre.
Dude, you killed it.
Every fucking person. And if there's an answer for most mediocre, it might be Jake Elliott. He had 0. Jake Elliott had
Beautiful.
0. 0 points.
I just want to say this, Zach.
Oh my
Just want to say
God.
this. You are this week's biggest loser. How does
Yes,
it feel?
I know. It doesn't feel good. Back-to-back weeks doesn't feel good. We should do that.
Yeah.
Honestly, this week's biggest loser. I'm
This week's biggest
losing for
biggest
sure
loser.
so far.
This
Yeah.
guy actually widowy washed himself.
Both or all 3 of us are 2-1 though. That's kind of epic. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can continue to do
Seattle's not 2-0 or 2-1, but that's fine.
Yeah. Well,
well. Okay.
that's kind of the fantasy talk, boys. Honestly, everyone, good job. We're all 2-1 at least. We're doing good.
Yep.
We're doing good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm ranked 3rd. Keaton's
On to next
ranked
week.
4th, and Zach's ranked 5th in the league. 3, 4, and 5.
Next week.
Let's keep.
We were playing
on to
golf.
next
Zach's a
week.
winner.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Again, biggest loser.
Again, biggest loser. Well, that's it for
Is that your
fantasy.
kidding?
So let's talk about some news, boys. Trevor Lawrence is a bum, boys. Trevor Lawrence is the Daniel Jones, but with long hair.
Dude, he's so bad. He's so
awful.
fucking bad. I mean, it's
I want you to.
fucking blasphemous.
go.
Like I said, hey, and we're gonna talk about this later with these fucking contracts. These players that are fucking mediocre are either fucking getting hurt or not playing well. Trevor Lawrence, I made a full video on this, a talking head video. He is ass. Been saying this. He is the most mediocre quarterback, most overrated quarterback in the league.
I'm gonna.
You know how Josh Allen was rated the most overrated quarterback in the league?
I believe it.
Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence genuinely should have been the most overrated quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Keaton, go for it.
Well, Keaton, I want you to kind of go into this because you brought this up earlier today, actually.
Yeah.
So I want you to kind of talk about this, the Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence similarities.
Perfect. Well, everyone thinks Daniel Jones is poopy. People think Trevor Lawrence, it has that stud in him. He just hasn't proved it yet. Since 2021, let me just read these stats comparisons. 64% completion percentage to Daniel Jones, 63% for Trevor Lawrence. 2,500 passing yards per season, 2,900 yards passing for Trevor Lawrence. 330 yards rushing a season to 254 yards a season. An 85 career passer rating for Daniel Jones, an 84 career passer rating for Trevor Lawrence, a 51.5 QBR for Daniel Jones, a 50 QBR for Trevor Lawrence, 66 touchdowns to 42 interceptions, respectively, 60 touchdowns to 40 interceptions for Trevor Lawrence.
Dude, wait a second.
Just saying.
Wait, that's actually fucking insane.
Yep.
That's
So
insane.
look, I'm just going to be honest. Everyone talks about, all this stuff about Trevor Lawrence and, he doesn't have the weapons and whatever. Daniel Jones last year had one of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen and a surrounding cast that basically had zero weapons, hence why they brought him Malik Neighbors. I'm going to be honest, man. Trevor Lawrence, while he hasn't had the greatest team around him, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything.
We're going to talk about this later,
so,
but Malik is
Yeah.
Malik is Hemi.
So
Trevor Lawrence is not Hemi.
No, he's not.
Crazy stat. Crazy Trevor
stat.
Lawrence, you suck.
So
God.
So the next set of news, there's got to be some bad juju going on right now with the NFL. I don't know what it is.
Corvette.
Not that juju. He also sucks. It pissed. By the way, side note, it pissed me off when he got that touchdown. By the way, for the Chiefs,
I know.
It actually pissed me off.
Fuck him.
He sucks. But anyways, there's got to be some bad juju going on right now in the NFL. It's ridiculous. Why is every player that got paid this offseason either playing like ass or they're hurt? What's going on? What is going on, boys? Brandon Ayuk, Trent Williams, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, CeeDee, Dak, Jordan Love, etc. What is happening?
The list goes on.
Money is the root of all.
This is what I'm going to say. At first, I looked at it and I was thinking about like what we can talk about earlier. I'm like, what can we actually talk about? Because I feel like there wasn't like a lot of talking points during this week, besides the games. And I got to the point where I was like, dude, what can we actually talk about? There's some things that we could talk about, later on, and we will. But I was like, dude, some of the things that have been the most surprising to me have been like the Vikings, the Bengals. They've been asked. Some players have been really bad. Some players have been really good. And then I started to like think about like individual players. And I'm like, wait a second. The Niners, specifically, the players that just got paid are the ones either hurt or, and when I do quotes, I say hurt because multiple guys that have gotten paid have had to gone to the locker room and get an IV. So hurt, or they're actually hurt, or they're playing like ass. And then I was like, wait a second. Trevor Lawrence is playing like ass. Jordan Love just got hurt. Tua just got hurt. And so I made this fucking question up because it's literally probably 70% of the guys that got paid huge in the offseason are playing like ass or hurt. And I was like, okay, it's just not a Niner thing. It's around the league. And it's like, I understand once these guys get paid, maybe they get like a little bit complacent, but what's the reasoning? Yeah. Because I don't get it. I would think if you were to get paid fucking millions, and let's just say Brandon Ayuk, for instance, he's getting paid $30 million a year. $30 million a year. We brought you back to win a fucking Super Bowl. Wouldn't you be even more motivated to go and win a Super Bowl? The team has trust in you. You got your money. You're staying in the Bay, but you're playing like ass. Ass, dude. Ass. It doesn't make sense to
the
me.
lateral.
Yes. And I'm like, dude, like half of these players, and we could bring them all up, like we said, fucking CeeDee and Dak, they're going at it on the fucking sideline. It's like, dude, a lot of this comes down to rust and not playing because these guys have skipped training camp. But it's also like, does money just cause these guys to get complacent? And it's weird. Yep. Maybe I haven't really paid attention to this in the past, but it's evident. It's evident with all these guys. I mean, there's fucking 8 there that we just mentioned, and I know there's plenty more that we didn't mention because those are just headlines. But it's insane to me.
It is crazy. You're on mute.
That's cringe. That's brutal. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think, you listen to Trent Williams talk about it. And he said that basically, when he came out, he's never done a contract holdout. And I think for him, what he was saying, he's like, man, I realize how important those mini camps, those training camps, those practices. He's like, when you're not doing that stuff, you're just not game ready. And I feel like Brandon Ayuk's playing the same way. Trevor Lawrence, though, I mean, we can all agree. Trevor Lawrence did not deserve that contract extension.
No,
I think there's just a plethora of mediocre quarterbacks, and there's like this divide between great quarterbacks and mediocre quarterbacks. And I think Trevor Lawrence has been that mediocre quarterback his whole career. And the Jaguars have never really had a quarterback, so they can't take the risk on letting him walk and subduing themselves for another 10 years in mediocrity. So, however, since they gave him that extension, he hasn't won a football game, and he's lost his last 8. So maybe they could have just
0-8 and has played like fucking dog shit.
Yep. Well,
AJ Brown's another player that got injured as well. Sorry, I just remembered
AJ Brown. Yep. That's correct. But moving on.
Insane.
49ers running back CMC traveled to Germany over the weekend to visit with a specialist in regards to his Achilles. Zach, do you want to go in further detail with this if you have any information about it or anything else with the Niners, recent injuries or anything like that?
So frustrating, man. It's like we're fucking cursed, dude. I'm sorry. We talked about this last week, so I'm not going to jump into it too much, but dude, it's just every year we're injured. It's like, fuck, we have the fucking team to do it, but we just can't get it done. And this year is reminding me a lot of the year that I can't remember exactly which year this was because it wasn't when we went to the Super Bowl, but we had like a really good team. The next year we got injured within the first 2 weeks. Like most of our players got injured and the whole season did not go well. We went like 11-6, made a wild card, tried to make a run for it, but injuries just stacked up, dude. And starting 1-2, you look at this team, it's just not good, especially with our schedule. And again, like we said, it's like COVID out there because Hargraves, who's our defensive lineman, has been a Pro Bowler in the past and played really well last year and has actually had a good start to the season, tore his fucking tricep. Brock, who we didn't mention in this, is day-to-day with a back injury because he literally carried our team last week. Not joking. He actually is day-to-day with a back injury. And like we said, Debo's out, Kittle's out, Nick Bosa's been injured with an injury with his fucking rib. I'm like, dude, what? And I don't want to fucking say this, but the last 2 years, he's looked slow. He's looked slow. He has not looked like the same guy. I don't know. I don't know if he's starting out slow and it's just like a training camp thing, but to me, he just doesn't look as explosive, and it sucks. He's also getting caught a lot, not setting the edge and in the run game. Nick is great, but it's been really stressful just to watch that team be like, how the fuck are we this bad, man? And I mean, Hufanga came back. He looked rusty as hell. So it's just unfortunate, man, and we don't have any updates on CMC yet. I'm hearing that he might not play the whole regular season. Or at least there's a chance he might not play. And I don't think that's the biggest issue as long as he comes back against some of the elite teams in the playoffs. But it just fucking sucks, man. All these injuries, it's like, how does this happen every year? Every year. And like this year specifically, it's bad. And this reminds me a lot. Was it 2019? I think it was 2019. I can't remember the exact year, but it reminds me a lot of that year that we lost the NFC Championship. And then the next season we got injured and, we made a wild card. But yeah, dude. I mean, if we lose this week, like I said, all panic buttons should be slammed, and we are down 3 games to Seattle. The only thing that is actually keeping me confident with it is that it's in the beginning of the season, and we still have 2 games that we're going to play Seattle in. If we're 2 games down going into that Seattle game, I mean, realistically, we can win that one and then win the next game against them. Which, knowing how we have been in the past. It can happen, but Seattle is playing really well, so it kind of scares me. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It sucks.
It is a primetime game, by the way.
Yeah, isn't it on Thursday? I think October 10th is Thursday, right?
It is a Thursday night primetime game.
First one is.
I think that's the Seahawks throwback jersey game too.
That'll be sick. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm just worried. And as a Niners fan, it's like there's just no breaks. Yeah. It just happens every year. It's just something that we expect. It must be fucking exhausting for Kyle Shanahan too. I mean, every fucking press conference he's asked about injuries. It's like,
I have a loose asshole.
Is every fucking player just injury prone, or is it strength and conditioning? Like, what is it? What is it, man? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, though, it did remind me. Keaton, did you get the letter I sent you? By the way, I mailed to you.
I did. Titled 49ers Hurt Locker. I think this is the official injury report for the team as Roger Goodell and you signed. Look at that. Injury report. Every player. That's awesome.
God, no.
That is awesome. Look at that.
This is insane. This is worse than the fucking Brock video after the Christmas game.
Oh, dude.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Sorry, man.
No.
Yeah, we had to.
Sorry about that. We had to, man.
In the past years, I would be a little bit upset and be like, Keaton, enjoy your wins now because we're going to come back and eventually win the NFC West. But
we just don't know anymore.
Really not looking like it.
We just don't know. But I
just don't want to say that.
This might be the craziest year of football we've ever seen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't want to say it. Like, I don't have full confidence in saying that. In past years, fully confident with that, but I'm not going to do it. Can't put myself through it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to move on. Probably to a little bit of sadder news here, but Brett Favre, Packers legend, has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Boys, not good.
Brutal.
Not good at all, man.
No.
It's really sad to be honest with you, but
yeah.
I mean, dude, yeah, I've heard a bunch of his teammates have called him too, and it's like, damn, man, he's 54. I don't know how long you last with Parkinson's, but I know it's a disease that does eventually kill people. It sucks. I mean, in this article, it says, what causes Parkinson's disease is unknown, and it is unclear if Favre's disease is connected to his football career or head injuries. He said on a radio show in 2022 that he estimated he may have experienced thousands of concussions in 2 decades in the NFL. So I know, like I said, Parkinson's does kill people. I don't know how long he has, but it's sad. He's 54. He has a family. He's a legend. Hall of Famer. Wishing the best for him, man. Definitely going to send all prayers out to Brett Favre.
I agree. It also says here that according to the Parkinson's Foundation, scientists believe that the disease is caused by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. So
that's not ideal, which means he most likely, I don't want to say inherited it and got it from football rather than just inheriting it, but it looks like football definitely had an impact on him with that. So not ideal, but we'll be praying for you, man.
Agreed. Well, there is one more thing I want to talk about in the news, personally, because I'm sorry, I really need to address the elephant in the room with this. But that Panthers game, I just want to bring that up one more time real quick.
Yep.
I think we can all talk about this for a second.
Please.
Was Bryce Young the problem in Carolina, or was it all just luck? I'm going to say it again. Andy Dalton balled out. Andy Dalton's stats for that game. He went 26 for 37 for 319 yards with 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions on Sunday's win against the Raiders. Final score, once again, was 36-22.
Yeah, man, that's fucking nuts, man. I mean, you know what's crazy about it? Tyler Lewis called it. He called it on the live. I feel really fucking bad for him because he was like, dude, this is the type of game the Raiders are going to lose. You come out very slow. Andy Dalton has their number. By the way, Andy Dalton is 5-0 in his career against the Raiders, so he has their number.
Put him on that.
Andy Dalton proceeds to play damn near perfect, if not perfect. So, brutal fucking game, but that is literally the Raiders to a T. You beat one of the best teams in the NFL, and then you lose to the worst. And again, I've talked to Tyler about this. The Raiders are in a fucked position. A good quarterback, and you are a playoff team. You don't have a good quarterback. No disrespect to Gardner Minshew. He's average.
He's not playoff winnable.
And next year, look, I'm not a huge fan of these quarterbacks coming out. It's the year after Arch Manning. So what do you do as a Raiders fan? Do you go 9-8, 8-9 again? You try to compete, lose a wild card, maybe not even make it, and then not get the pick that you want, or do you tank? And it's like they're in a position where they kind of need to make the decision now. And like I said, hey, man, I know Tyler doesn't like that I said this. Devontae can't be happy there. And if Devontae was not traded by the end of the year, I would be shocked. Just saying it now.
I think he's going to get traded. We called that, by the way. We did say he could be traded because Aaron Rodgers is still trying to get him to play with him.
I'm telling you.
So,
wait. You know a crazy fucking place that he could go?
Where?
The Bills. Dude, he would be nasty with Josh Allen. He would be nasty.
That would be a lot of fun. Team right there.
100%. That would be a lot of fun. For sure.
But are we good to move on to the week 4 predictions, you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's do
it. All right. Let's do it. Keaton, do you have a crazy week 3 stat?
I do have a crazy week 3 stat.
Before we move on, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of have 2 stats, and one of them I wasn't going to talk about, but you led me into it.
Is it about the Niners?
No. You led me into it.
Okay.
I gotta find it. So since 2023, the Saints are the only NFL team to not win a game after trailing in the 4th quarter. So that includes some of the worst. That includes some of the worst teams. Carolina has won, and when they've trailed in the fourth quarter. Saints have not. They are
That's
now
a
the
crazy
only team
stat.
to not do it. So
That's a wild
there's that. Also, pretty crazy stat. Ant, you led me right into it. Andy Dalton is the only quarterback in the NFL to have 3 touchdowns and 300 yards in the
Oh my
same
God!
game.
Yes.
Wow.
That is insane. By the way,
Crazy.
Insane.
Think about it.
Crazy
Josh
stat.
Allen last night, I don't believe he had it.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Because he got pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got pulled.
He had the touchdowns, didn't have the yardage. He had 263 yards, but
Yep. He had
Pretty
like
crazy.
238 of it in the first
If
half.
he played,
Oh,
yeah.
I think if Josh Allen played for at least 2 more drives, I think he could have got it.
Yep.
But that's still insane though. That's a crazy stat, Keaton. I
That is-
love the
that's
crazy.
an
I
I'm
love,
absolute
full of
crazy
those.
stat.
I'm
you
full
know
of
what?
those.
You know what, Keaton? I love Keaton's crazy stat for week whatever. I love it.
Shut up.
It's
Stop.
We're gonna do
praising him.
it. Yeah. Okay, dude. Hop off my pee-pee.
Okay, what are we pee-pee?
Wait
All
a
right.
minute. You're on it,
All
and
right.
it's big.
Okay. Week 4 predictions, gentlemen.
Dude, I'm not
It
gonna
is
lie.
time.
Last week we fucking struggled. We really struggled. Last
We
week
struggled
fucking
big
sucked,
time.
by the way.
It did. Last week
It was
sucked.
so hard to
There was a
predict.
lot of it was.
Hopefully we can actually
Let's-
predict this one, but
Let's
move
predict
on.
this one. Thursday night football, snooze fest. Cowboys at Giants. Now, I don't know what to do here. Giants are shit, and the Cowboys are shit. My brain is telling me to pick the Cowboys. What about you guys?
Look. Malik Neighbors and Diggs are beefing it on Twitter. Malik might fucking drop 200 on his ass. He might. But with that being said, there's just no way I go with the Giants. I'm sorry. They're too inconsistent. And the Cowboys are fucking bad at 1 and 2, man. They should be 0 and 3. Shit, dude. I don't know. This is a fucking tough game. I'm going to go the Cowboys. Just go with my gut.
Okay.
Keaton?
Honestly, man, I'm gonna go the Giants. I just have no faith in the Cowboys. I'll tell you what. Dak Prescott's a garbage time quarterback. He gets all of
Yep.
his points in garbage time. He did that last
Yep.
week. So
Mhm.
Also saw some
Yeah.
bullshit where he's like,
Giants.
you guys can hop off now if you want to. Hop off the bandwagon now while it lasts. Like,
Okay.
Dak,
All
you
right.
see this every year, your ass.
Okay,
Yes.
actually, don't. If you hate me now, don't hate me when I'm up. Okay, don't hop on it. Actually, because I'm witch. I can say that.
Okay.
Shut up.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I love it.
Well,
I love it.
so moving on to Sunday morning games. We have the Broncos at Jets. In full confidence, give me the Jets.
Yeah, give me the Jets. But man, oh man, that might be a blowout.
Not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be a contrarian, man. I'm gonna take the Broncos. I felt like beating up on the Bucks, beating up on that Bucks. They defense showed up a little bit more than I expected, and I don't know, man. Bo Nix kind of has to have another good game, prove all the haters wrong. So prove me wrong at least.
Still has not thrown for a touchdown yet.
Yep. Tariq Woolen's son.
Insane.
Just
But-
saying.
We'll see.
Vikings at Packers is the next game. This is actually an interesting game.
Is this
but-
game of the week?
No.
It might be.
No, this is not game of
It
the
might
week.
be.
Actually,
is?
no, it's not. It's not. That's not game of the week.
It's close. It's one of them.
It's
one of
close. It's definitely
Actually,
one of them.
yeah, it's top 3 for sure. I'm excited about this one, but I don't see a world where the Vikings don't win this game. I think they're just on a fucking roll, especially without Jordan Love. Although if Jordan Love plays at home, then they might win. They could win, but Malik Willis is also playing really well.
Shut
Yeah.
down Charlie.
We'll
but-
see. I don't know. I got the Vikings on this. I got the Vikings on
Fuck
this.
it. Fuck it. Give me the Packers. Give me the Packers. I'm doing it.
Mr.
Wow.
Packers have no wide receiver 1s, all wide receiver 3s. You know, take the
Wow.
Packers over
Wow.
the Vikings who
Still
have
standing by
Justin
that.
Jefferson and Sam Darnold.
Eventually, they're going
and
to slow down.
they're clicking. Okay. Keaton?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Vikings. Give me the Vikings.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bet against them. Also, before we end, I have to give one more stat because this one's gonna piss Zach off. It's really gonna piss Zach off. So we're gonna wait. And it's not about the Niners.
No Niners. Oh, okay.
No, it's not about the Niners. But it is gonna still piss you off.
No Niners.
Dude. Okay.
No,
Okay. 49ers. What happened?
All right.
Anyway,
Saints. At
sorry, I'm going to go
Falcons.
Vikings.
Yeah. All right. Vikings. It is. So we have the Saints at the Falcons now.
Yeah, give me the Falcons. I'm doing it.
Wow.
I got the Saints.
Wow. Okay. I've got the Saints.
Mhm.
Got the Saints.
The Saints lost a game. Their heat check is over.
Okay.
Atlanta's a better team. They have a
Atlanta
better-
lost the game.
Yeah. Their heat check is over.
No,
They didn't even have a heat check.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Exactly.
know. They didn't even have
they're gonna
one.
win it. They're gonna win it.
All right. Fair.
I'm convinced.
Fair.
Honestly, I'm
Um,
taking some upsets because I didn't last week, and my
We've been
record
so
had
wrong.
to
We've been so wrong. We've been
They
so
were way
wrong.
below 500. So, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's a good game
Eagles
too.
at Bucks is the next game. This
Yeah.
game is going to be interesting considering how the Eagles have been playing and the Bucks lost last week against the Broncos.
I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith in Baker Mayfield. I'm
Yep.
not gonna lie. That's 2
Yeah.
straight weeks. I'm gonna take
Yep.
the Eagles, man. Mike
Mhm.
Evans has really struggled out the gate, and Chris Godwin is getting locked up. I'm gonna say
But
the
do we
Eagles.
trust Jalen Hurts?
I do
Do
trust.
we trust?
I
do
trust
trust
Saquon
Jalen Hurts.
Barkley, not Jalen Hurts.
Do we trust Jalen Hurts? Do we trust the
Yes.
Eagles?
Yeah, I can give him. I'll
Yeah.
still have some faith in him
Do we
Until they-
actually trust
until they
Jalen?
keep losing. Yes, might be a little biased. I don't hate the Eagles like you do.
Oh, fine, give me the Eagles.
All right.
Yeah.
The next game is Bengals at Panthers.
Dude, if the Bengals
This
lose this
is-
one, they're fucking screwed. Give me the
If
Bengals.
the Bengals lose this one, I have some words about the Bengals, Joe Burrow, and all of them next week.
Wait, but I
I'm gonna
will
go-
say Andy Dalton. Revenge
I'm gonna go
game.
Andy
Andy
Dalton.
Dalton until I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Andy Dalton until it's done. I'm gonna go Andy
Revenge
Dalton
game.
until it's over. This is Fitz magic moment.
Oh,
Panthers.
man.
Give me the Panthers, baby.
The red rifle.
taking the-
Give me the
I'm taking-
Panthers.
Please,
I'm
God.
taking the upset
For the
on this.
Bengals' sake, please, God.
Yeah. If they lose this game, Zach Taylor actually, I believe, will be fired. Just gonna put that
Yep.
out there. That is my prediction.
Yep.
So give me the Panthers.
Zach, you have
Yep.
the Bengals?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Next game is Jags at Texans.
Yeah, this might be
Wow.
a blowout. Give me the Texans.
Texans.
Yeah, Texans. I'm
I mean, they played horrible against the Vikings. They need a bounce
expect
back.
to bounce back. Yeah, they
I mean, we're playing
Caleb
probably the
Caleb
worst team
Williams.
possibly in the NFL. It's going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
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 Give me the Texans.
Next game, Steelers at Colts.
Jesus Christ. Snooze fest.
It's another snooze
Oh,
fest.
jeez. Give me the Colts. Fuck the Steelers, man. I'm over their undefeated run, their fucking undefeated reign. Give me the Colts. Fuck it.
Anthony Inaccurate Richardson. I can't trust you anymore. Turnover machine. Give me the Steelers.
I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers too. Unfortunately, Anthony Richardson, I think, is
Yeah.
overrated quarterback right now.
I will say this. I'm going to be benching Anthony Richardson in 2 of my leagues. So maybe that's a bad prediction on my part. But I think the Steelers' reign has to fucking end eventually. Their undefeated run is going to end. Give me the
But
Colts.
I don't know if this is the week to do it. I'm going to take the Steelers.
Yeah, it's probably dumb, but whatever.
The next game we have is Rams at Painted Nail Bears.
Oh my God, they're going to feast on Caleb.
Rams. All day.
Yeah, give me the Rams. I don't know. But it would be such Rams fashion for them to win this game and then stink it up too. But I just don't have faith in Caleb yet.
See, that's
Because
what I'm thinking about too.
He started the game off shit, ended it off well, so he might come back.
That's
and
what I'm
surprise
thinking
us.
about too. I'm like, Caleb started to play well, and that Rams defense is not great. They're also
No,
missing their 2
but
wide receivers. But with that
It
being
is
said,
Caleb.
actually,
The Bears
that
defense.
Bears
though.
defense is elite. Give me the Bears. Fuck it. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
continue to pick upsets and just hopefully
Going
win a
to
couple.
Rams on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick
Can't
upsets
take
here very soon.
Now we're moving on to Sunday afternoon. We have the Patriots at the 49ers. I've already said my piece with this. I don't understand why Niner fans are so scared and nervous to play the Patriots. We're going to get blown out, and I'm going to that game with zero confidence in the Patriots winning that game. If we win somehow, I'll be so happy. But if we lose, I'm going to be like, yeah, well, expected. Give me the 49ers.
Holy shit. You actually said the 49ers.
Yeah.
As a Patriots fan, that's why I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
think we're going to win it. I don't think we're going to
Like
win
Anthony
it. I think
said,
we're going to get blown out.
realistically, this should be a blowout game. Fuck, maybe I shouldn't say that live. On paper, this should be a blowout game, but with how both teams have been playing, it probably won't be. and it'll probably break my heart. So, again, I'm going to go with the Niners, but I think it's going to be a close game, man. I could see it being close, or it's going to be a blowout. One of the two.
Yep. I just said I was going to pick some upsets. I'm going to go the Patriots. Because why not?
Thank you.
Why not?
Thank you. Someone said it.
Someone's got to do it.
I'm not
Thank
laughing
you.
at you. I'm laughing at what is next.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Commanders and Cardinals.
Oh, man.
Washington. In Jaden Daniels, I trust. You know, this is how we
Yeah.
felt about Jalen Hurts, just saying.
This
And
is
then
even the
Jalen
game
Hurts
that I was
pissed us
laughing
off.
at, by the way.
So,
Yeah,
This wasn't
I
the
know.
game
It's
I
when
was
you're
laughing at, by the way. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the
Yeah,
Cardinals.
I think the
honestly.
Cardinals. Yeah, I think the Cardinals bounce back. Give me the Cardinals.
Yep. So, boys, I think we've officially reached the game of the tweak. We have the Browns at Raiders. We have the Browns at Raiders. Game
Yeah.
of the tweak. This is
God.
it.
This isn't our game of the week. It's game of the tweak.
Is it bad to say that I honestly don't
think
even know
no
who
one
will win
wins.
this? And if
I think
anything,
no one wins.
I was gonna say this ends in a tie, if anything.
Dude,
A
that would be a crazy prediction.
3-3 tie.
If you call that, that would be fucking wild. Okay, 3-3 is outlandish.
Okay, maybe not 3-3, but I want to
Yeah,
say this
yeah.
would be a tie, if anything. I will say it right now. I don't see
Yeah,
any
I'm
of
not
these teams
gonna lie.
winning, actually winning. I don't see it.
Both these teams are just very iffy, but the Raiders are at home. Give me the Raiders.
Fair. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just go with the Raiders, if anything. Keaton?
I'm going to go with the Browns, even though I got to say, most disappointing player right now, Myles Garrett. He has been quiet. Crickets on the field. So,
Yep.
next one.
For last Sunday afternoon game, we have Chiefs at Chargers. Unfortunately, I'm going to take the Chiefs because, they just get their way.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Chiefs as well, Zach. What do you think? I
Chiefs are
know.
gonna be
I
but
was
you
going
have
to say
do
the
it.
Chargers. I was going
Gotta
to say the
do
Chargers
it.
because I feel like this is the type of game that they could win. Be physical. Don't give the Chiefs the ball a lot. Patrick Mahomes is struggling, but I don't think Justin Herbert's going to play, so give me the Chiefs, unfortunately.
Okay. And Joe Alt has suffered an MCL sprain, so he's out.
I'm not going to.
Well, moving on to our Sunday night football game, which I think this is the game of the week. Honestly,
I don't know.
This is the Bills and Ravens.
I'm not going
I
to lie. This
personally
is going to be a
think it is.
slaughter fest.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a-
I think the Bills are going to. The Bills
I'm not
got
gonna lie
better.
to you.
We were wrong about the Bills. The
I'm
Bills
not gonna
got
lie to
better.
you. This would be a game that I would put a lot of money on.
Mhm.
A lot of money on. I know that the Bills are going to be favorites, and it's probably going to be like a 2.5 point spread. I would
Probably.
bet a lot of money on that. A lot.
Yep.
Actually, they
Um,
might not be favorites because it's at the Ravens.
I can tell you
I
right
don't know.
now,
But you know what?
They might not be favorites. Are they favorites?
they are favorites. Bills have a
2.5?
57% chance to win by odds or
against the
whatever.
Spread.
I don't know what the fucking spread is. Okay, dude. I'll have the spread. I have the spread. Spread Bills 1.5.
Okay.
So pretty even. I'm
Not gonna lie to you,
I'm taking-
I would smash that. I would smash that.
the B's.
Yeah, give me
I'm going to take the Bills as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Monday Night Football. Once again,
Oh my
we have
God.
2 games
God, I fucking
on
hate
Monday Night
this
Football.
shit.
Trash
This
and
needs to
great.
stop. This needs to stop.
I honestly think this might be the game of the week. The second one.
The second
I-
one,
I-
honestly, I was looking
It
at
always
that
is.
too,
It
and I
always
was
is.
like,
It always is.
Yep.
I was like,
It
you know what,
always
this
is.
may actually be it.
Yep.
But first off, before the actual game of the week, now really looking at it, Titans at Dolphins. I'm not going to lie, this is also going to be a snooze fest of a game. I mean, Dolphins, I think, are going to win this because Will Levis is trash, but
Dude, but I
Tyler
mean, it's Will
Thompson
Levis.
has to.
It's
He's
Will
asked
Levis
to,
versus
yeah.
Skylar Thompson.
they're both
So-
bad. They're both bad.
This is the battle of the
This is a
ass.
lose-lose. This
It
is
really
a
is.
lose-lose. Give me Miami. Give me Miami.
Give me Miami.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm taking the Titans in this one.
Gross.
Fair enough.
And for the real game of the week, we have the Seahawks at the Lions. Keaton, you want to go first on this?
Yeah, I mean, look, Geno Smith is 2-0 against the Lions as a Seattle Seahawk. Both times he's absolutely torched that defense. Mike McDonald also, last time he played the Lions, the Ravens absolutely smoked him. So I'm just saying, you combine those two forces, you might have something special. And I'm going to be honest, the Seattle defense, regardless of who they played, is absolutely giving shades of 2014. I'm going to be 100% transparent.
Whoa.
Nope. If you look at the numbers right now,
Whoa.
they are ranked as the stingiest defense. We talk about Chicago, they are ranked as the stingiest defense. And I'm telling you, I'm hopeful it shows up. This is our first real test, so I'm hopeful, but I'm still going to take the Seahawks, man.
Okay.
Gino hasn't lost yet.
Wishful thinking.
Just saying,
I
that
don't know about
defense is
20
number
I
one.
don't know
This
about
defense-
2014 defense though. I don't know about that, but
Number one ranked defense in the NFL.
How many points did you give up to the Patriots?
12, 10,
Whoa.
17.
no.
We only gave up.
Whoa.
We gave
20.
up.
Should've
We
been
gave
20, I
up
thought.
20 to them. We gave up 3 to the Dolphins, and we gave up 10 to the Broncos.
No, sir. You gave it 20.
There you go. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and 3. Still,
But
I'm
you're
telling you.
comparing
I'm
it to
telling
a
you.
Defense that maybe gave up 10 a game.
Just saying, right now they are ranked as the
the
stingiest
whole year.
defense by PFF. I'm telling you, dude. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying I'm seeing shades of it. You know, it's
Okay.
kind of like watching
Okay.
Steph Curry.
The way
and you're
that
like,
you worded it, the way
No,
that
no,
you
no,
worded
I'm
it,
just
like,
saying,
team,
I'm saying,
that's
like,
wishful thinking. We're
they're
talking about
starting
a
to-
team that like had an
But
all-time defense.
but
One of
let's
the
be
greatest.
honest. Let's be honest. Seattle's defense over the last 7-8 years has been atrocious. So this defense is definitely better than that. I'm saying like 2014,
Well, you
2015.
compared
I'm
them to
seeing,
one of the best defenses of all time.
but
One that
that's.
averaged less than 10 points a game.
But I'm not saying that they're there yet. I'm saying I'm seeing
Shades.
moments and glimpses of it. Like Tariq Woolen, I'm seeing Richard Sherman. I'm seeing Richard Sherman 2.0. I'm sorry.
Look, okay. At
Just
first, it sounded like
trying to
you
move
were
forward.
saying that they're going to
No, not yet. Not yet.
And that defense that you're talking
McDonald's-
about is the best that
Mike-
I've ever laid my eyes on.
Mike
and they
McDonald is
Gave up
close.
less than 10 points per game.
If anyone can do it, Mike McDonald can for Seattle.
That's
So
all
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
saying.
That's all I'm
Just
saying.
saying. I
That's all I'm saying.
I know. Anyway,
So I'm assuming you're gonna go with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
yep, absolutely.
Zach.
This is the game, dude.
It
Jared
really pains
Goff,
you
you
because
picked him to suck.
You picked him. You picked
Thanks
Jared
for
Goff to
saying
suck,
that.
and you also hate the Seahawks. So
Honestly, I hate both these teams. I don't like the Lions either. It pains me.
You
to
do
say
love
it,
the
and
Seahawks.
I've been thinking the Lions the whole time until we started thinking about it and talking about it more. And then I started thinking about how the Lions have played this year so far, and their offense has been slow. Seattle's defense has been the
Very
best
stingy.
in the league.
By PFF rankings, I'm just saying.
I think Seattle can pull it off, unfortunately, which sucks because this would be the game that the Niners need to gain a game back up on Seattle with. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be close, and I think Seattle probably wins by 3 or 6, some weird game like that.
Fair.
Yep.
So
Cool. I'm also gonna go with
And-
the Seahawks. Seahawks.
Wow. Holy
Mhm.
shit, that's crazy.
I think they're gonna do it. I think
There
they're
we go.
gonna
I love it. I love it.
Well,
Cool.
Look,
fellas,
before we wrap
Oh.
up, hold on. I did want to say this. Zach, I know this stat's going to piss you off, but I'm going to read it anyway. The Chiefs. So, okay. 119 teams in NFL history have had a winning streak of at least 9 games. The Chiefs have now won 9 straight games by a combined 54 points, an average margin of victory of 6 points per game. That is the tiniest margin of victory amongst those 119 teams in NFL history.
That's what
So
I'm saying, man.
I'm just
Look, I'm not
Keep
that
doing
guy
it.
that's like, the refs, they always win it. They won the Super Bowl. I'm not going to say that. But these last
Doing
2
it.
games, man, holy shit.
keep doing it.
There have been
Keep doing
some
it.
evident calls that were not called. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
Mhm.
They keep doing it.
We'll move on.
Sweet.
Well, I think that wraps it
well,
up, right, Ant?
fellas, that wraps it up. Everyone out there, thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, comment, give us shit. We like talking shit. Go check out the Settle Down merchandise store. Go buy yourselves an In the End Zone t-shirt, either the regular t-shirt color of the green or Seahawks, Niners, or Patriots color. And yeah, that's about it. Or check out all the other ones, good old hockey podcast, this and that, and Zooch and Wild. But till next time, till next week.
Fellas.
Peace.
They can't get McCaffrey. They've only got 10 guys on the field. They're down in 7. This one is launched from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Terry McLaurin.